Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. We're in at LLOD HQ, aka my driveway. Getting ready to go out. Here's Talon over here, and Philip hurt his back, so he's hanging out in the quicksand forerunner. This is Jason, Overland Eats new Tundra, actually also multicam black wrap here, and then Talon's Tacoma. So we're just going out on a little boys trip, kind of a lazy last minute one. I'm gonna bring the Tremor out. So I think we're gonna shoot a little bit. Brought a Q mini fix. I'll tell you more on that later. That's Talon's, and a new holster I'm testing out. And yeah, I don't know, they're waiting on me to roll. So we're gonna roll and I'll film more when we're out. Okay. Stuff and things.
Get your beanies at LLOD.
Oh yeah, LLOD beanies.
And then these at SciProductions.com.
And then SciProductions.com.
So, look at this promotion right here. I'm wearing your
cross
hat,
promotion.
my shirt.
Cross promotion.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, sorry for that cheesiness, but we're gonna roll out now. Catch up soon. So we're out here. I'll show you more of the rigs once we're kind of set up at camping. But I'm gonna air down just because I actually have 2 Smittybilt compressors in the back seat. And I just love driving this thing with these fat tires when it's aired down. And the reason I'm doing it, not because this trail's gnarly at all, it's just like a dirt road basically, but it's super washboardy last time I was out anyway, so I just want to float over them. I'm using an Indeflate here. So this basically connects to both tires, so I can air down both at once, and it kind of equalizes the pressure between them. What's funny is this guy just got done grading all of this. So this road here is just like known for having such gnarly washboards. That's why I'm airing down. I just wanted it to be smooth, but he just
being aired down now, you'll be set.
Yeah, now it'll be like driving on pavement. Aired down, this thing just floats. Sorry, we're kind of in a dust storm right now, driving behind Jason. But these big tires, I love airing them down because it's just, I don't know, it's just like I'm riding a boat. It's so smooth. Love it. I really want to find a spot where I can get a full flex on this Ford. Here's like decent. It's got some decent droop in the front here. Some decent tuck. Decent squish on the tire. We're in a nice little spot with kind of a 360 vistas out here. It's actually really nice. I mean, it's beautiful, but not a whole lot of flat areas to kind of set up. We could maybe park 2 rigs or something. And Jason's actually got a ground tent, so we need to keep that in consideration as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
For the ground levelage, which is one advantage of a rooftop tent, honestly. Throw a couple rocks under some tires and you can get your tent level, even if the ground is not level anywhere. Ground tent, well, you may just not get a good night's sleep tonight, Jason.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so we're at camp. Focusing? There we go, focusing. Hey, there you are, there's Jason. But I had this idea, there were some naysayers, but we basically are space docking the iCamper tents. I don't think we're actually gonna sleep like this. We're just like setting it up for fun right now. So obviously you can't get in the traditional way. There's Talon.
What's up?
We could have got like 3 inches closer together. But basically what you can do, this is kind of nice with the step. I'm in the Diamondback is another step. But that'll allow me to get in my camper through here. And then now this is like let me up my exposure a little bit. So what you have now is my iCamper here. It's like connected right to Talon's iCamper here. So now if we want to have like a big slumber party, we could basically just hang out. We just got this little space between us.
Zipping these up, it's gonna be cold tonight.
This is just a proof of concept trial run on space docking, but you can bet that maybe there will be a future iCamper product that does the dual tent dockage. The dual tent dockage. So I kind of set my truck up here as the table. So we got the trusty tailgate, got the trusty rigged table over here. Phillips on axe duty. What is that? Grams for a small forest axe? Looks like it. Beautiful.
Shredding it into the dirt.
Yeah, right into the dirt. This is expert woodsmanship here. Jason brought, no joke, an oven.
A little overboard.
What do we got cooking up here, Jason?
Quick recipe for your folks here. All right, so we got phyllo shells. This is super easy, good holiday little appetizer.
If you happen to have an oven.
If you happen to have an oven, otherwise just make it at home, okay? Just make it at home. But you take your phyllo shells, you chop up some brie cheese, right? I've got mine on a log today, but you can get the wedges or whatever. Chop it up, put it in there. Then you add a little bit of brown sugar on top of that. And then you add your pecans on top of that. And you just melt it down until all that brown sugar is caramelized. And it's delicious.
What do we got in here? Bacon wrap something as well.
This is Overland Cheats. These are store-bought scallops wrapped in bacon.
Good. So you get those pre-made.
And pre-made, yeah. So
it's all good. Jason's got some tin cup here that he brings out with us, and these are cool. Little collapsible shot glasses. So anyway, maybe we'll do a little mini walk around of Jason's Tundra. Actually, what we should do is a walk around of Talon's Tacoma as well, because last time you saw this on my channel anyway, it was just a baby. Anyway, for those that haven't been keeping up with what Talon's been doing, Talon had a Sprinter van, still has it, and recently bought a Tacoma that he went crazy with. I advised him on a couple of things, but he kind of ran with it. He's been thinking about getting a Tacoma for a while and finally did it. He lives out in Colorado now, for anyone that doesn't know, so he's kind of like my adventure buddy.
Mike was one of my mentors for the build.
I was a mentor, Talon says, for the build, but it came out it's really sweet. It's not quite done yet, and he has some cool future plans for it that we'll talk about on the walk around, so stay tuned for that later. And then we got Phillips 4Runner TRD Pro in quicksand, and he actually has a rooftop tent.
Yeah, I know, right?
That he puts on when he's out with the kids, but when he's solo, he actually just sleeps inside here. So he's got his little mattress dealie in here, and he'll just sleep right here, which is kind of nice. Sleeping in a rig is nice. So we didn't bring much. It's kind of a last minute hodgepodge. Jason is like in between moving right now, so he's kind of living out of his truck a little bit.
All my stuff.
But Yeah, it's gonna be good. I don't know, there's a pretty
bare minimum, okay?
nice big fire pit here, which we may use, or we may use this little Biolite, because Jason / Talon also brought this big old steak for us. So, yeah, look at that thing. Let's see it.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's a steak. Thanks, Omaha. Not sponsored, but if you're watching this, feel free to hit me up.
Not sponsored, but send Mike some steak.
Yeah. So we may fire up the Biolite Fire Pit, cook on it. We brought some steel. It's not a great, there's no spot around here to shoot, so we may just roll out in the morning and stop and do a little shooting. I have a new prototype holster to test. Talon brought a Q mini fix out. What do we got, man? The sun is so crazy right now. There we go. There we go. So what this is a Q mini fix. 300 blackout, bolt action, folding stock, dope little setup. Light is kind of crazy harsh. I'll show it a little more later. Anyways, Shooting Surplus just had this in stock, and this one right here is Talon's. So Talon's had it for a while. He's got some videos on his channel. Where are they? Sunday Gun Day? Sunday Gun Day. So if you want to find out more about that, right now you can watch his Sunday Gun Day videos, but I'm getting one sent out from shootingsurplus.com. And I am going to do a video on this on the gun channel, which I'll link up here or here. But we're gonna shoot this a little bit. He brought a little suppressor. Philip brought a couple 300 blackout subs. And there's basically been one gun over the last couple of years that I have wanted but have not gotten yet, and it's this one. So we're changing that, but we'll talk more a little later. All right, so we're doing some random stuff. These are my random snack of choice. Salted caramel, preferably. You haven't tried these, not sponsored. They're so good though. Talon just dropped a knife today. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. You know how I work, but.
They're live today. I think we sold probably 100 already.
Not that I need any kindling, because I got some like fire starter action going. Melissa, make a little bit here. Let's see how this is for bushcraft. Do a little bit.
That sound on the pit.
Yeah.
It's like such a mechanical, metallic-y sound.
Yeah, we'll do this a little more proper.
There we go. And I've been EDCing it for a little while, so I'm surprised it's actually as sharp as that is. Honest opinion, how does it feel? Because it's 1/4 inch, but it's like chody.
I was wondering how it would do with this task particularly, and it's fine. I'm not like a hardcore bushcraft guy, but it's doing fine, so drop that in there. All right, so we got the fire going. Obviously, I had a lighter, some paper, but the Biolite fan, I have it on max, and that basically gets it cranking. We're gonna cook. What did you bring? That little bottle of magic over there? What is this one?
Whiskey House.
Little baby whiskey.
We're about to test it out. I'll give it a.
Who's that? Did Philip, you bring that?
I'll give it a rating.
Philip brought that. That's good. Sun's setting over here. Let's see if we can crank this down enough to see it. There we go.
Oh man, drinking this after eating a chip is like, whoa, that's a little spicy.
Talon's making a video too. I'll link to his up here because it's guaranteed going to be posted before mine. And then what else do we got? We got some tater skins.
You can pull those out of the oven if you're ready.
So
This is
Jason
Overland cheats.
Jason put these together
Maybe we
by
shouldn't
himself.
even show that.
No, but it's cool. What do you got cooking up in here?
Yeah.
Oh, you got those things you were just describing to me earlier.
Pecan, brie, and brown sugar bites.
Okay.
You have to give us your opinion.
Into it. So we are just have camp set up. We're not really going to camp like that, I don't think, unless Talon really wants to. But I would say it was a success. The docking station was a success. It was a great success. Okay, well, I'm going to hang out for a little bit and drink some whiskey. Peace. I'm chewing on mine right now. It's good. Brie, on this episode of Testies.
Philo shells. Philo. Yeah.
Good.
Like a
Yeah.
tostada.
Yeah.
It's great to make for like Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Perfect.
Talon's got a dope beanie on. This is gray.
Thank you for the beanie.
Philip does too. He
called,
put his
Philo
logo on
shirts,
the
yeah.
back so you can't see it because he's ashamed.
Can't see when I back up.
I got one.
And that's good, right?
Fucking good, dude. This is my last one.
All matching.
Jason's
Is it light
prepping.
enough?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
What are those called?
We got Mike brought this great olive oil over here.
Oh yeah, we
so
got
just
some olive oil.
Putting a little on this steak so that the seasoning will stick to it.
Got some multi-spice. I don't know if we're gonna use anything out of here, maybe.
We're actually gonna use this garlic salt on the outside. We got a little salt and pepper in the middle, and
Gonna go up.
we're just gonna put this tomahawk ribeye right over the open fire in a minute.
Tomahawk.
Problem is we got 4 people, and it's gonna feed 3 of us, so we got to choose who goes
it's
hungry
like-
here.
For 2 weeks, they were getting snow,
Jason.
and we weren't getting anything.
Just kidding. What we got? It's handmade. Made from scratch.
Scratch.
What are they? Oh, scallops. Bacon wrapped scallops?
Yeah. Films.
Yes, sir. Caveman style.
Jason's hooking it up. Got some nice sunset going on here. Look at this in the camera. It's like blue. It's gorgeous.
There's no scenario where this doesn't taste amazing.
It's done. Let's eat it.
Yeah, right.
The inside's literally frozen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I bet it is.
Oh yeah, I turn it. It's getting there.
Put that on your B-roll and smoke it.
Getting there.
What? Are you kidding?
How good is that?
In a bag.
Dude, this is... Dude, Mike, show him this. Look at this.
No, everybody. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't end up filming anymore last night. A little stuffy. We ate the steak and basically just hung out, talked, stared at the campfire for hours and hours, which is always good times. Philip slept good inside the runner. Jason said he's had better nights camping than over here in this. Jason actually got the fire started this morning. He's getting ready with some quiche.
Yeah, we just got a little pie crust in the oven here, so we'll let that heat up, and then, assuming our eggs aren't frozen, we'll mix some eggs in half and half, and a little bit of dry-aged prosciutto, some Parmesan, some chives. Should be good.
Oh man, living large. Philip's getting to it with some coffee over here on a front run table. Talon's up in the tent. We actually did dock all night. It wasn't windy.
Slept pretty good up here.
Yeah, it wasn't too windy. We just had each of our windows closed, so it wasn't really a thing. But then I opened mine, and Talon's was open, and we said good morning. Good morning, sir. All right, gonna get the day started.
You guys with the cameras.
Mike's making a video too, and you'll see it on his channel in 2022.
It'll probably be 1 week after.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, maybe a little juicy. Maybe fine.
We need to get a fork for this. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Come on. Yeah. Somebody got a plate?
Not yet. All right, so we're all packed up. It's a little baby Tacoma next to the Ford. Cleaned up. And I think we're gonna go find a little spot to pew now. Do a little bit of that and then head out. It's a beautiful day. Ride was so smooth. Aaron back up right now. I'm actually using dual of these Smittybilts. So they just have alligator clips that connect to your battery. So I have dual batteries and dual dual compressors running. So this one's just going to a single in the back, airing it up. This one is actually running through the indeflate. So it's airing up the left and the right tire at the same time. I mean, going pretty quick, honestly. I was at a little under 20, and now I'm about 32. All right, guys, I'm back home now. It's actually a day later, but I usually save the unpacking, and actually I'll talk about all this trash, oh, gross, later. But a couple of Weekenderlanders back, or the last one, I asked if you guys enjoyed the gear breakdowns at the end of the videos, like talking about the gear, and overwhelming majority of you said yes. So I'll keep doing that, so we'll get into that. A couple of announcements real quick, though. Jayco, so the Jayco Swift ProMaster. This is a Class B van from Jayco. I have a little partnership with Jayco. Talked about it a couple times. So they sent me this as like a loaner for a bit to see if how I'd like the van thing. While I had that, they were developing a new van on the Sprinter 4x4 chassis. So I'm swapping out this van for the Sprinter next week. So I'm gonna do a last kind of walk around of this, talk about kind of everything on it, and then talk about the new van. So if you have questions on either, ask them in this video and I'll see them before I make that video. One more thing, the next hopefully video I'm gonna be posting is on the LX570. So ask any questions you have on that. And then another one I'm working on right now actually is 80 series Land Cruiser. So this is a project I always have going on. So I've been kind of swapping some things out, updating some of the interior here. Look at that. Whew. So changing out those. Also what's going on here is I'm building a full 60-inch drawer system, a custom one that I'm just kind of making up as I go. And so I ripped everything out of the back here. So I'm gonna be outlining that as well. That'll be a little later, but I'm basically updating a bunch of stuff on the old Land Cruiser. So that's all to come, but we'll get back to this camping trip now. So this under here is the Biolite Fire Pit. Not sponsored by Biolite, not paid by Biolite. They did send me this though, full disclosure, they sent me that, but I have like 15 fire pits, but I always come back to the Biolite Fire Pit because it's compact, efficient, just uses wood really nice. As you saw, I grill a steak on it or whatever. So hashtag not sponsored, but highly recommend this product. I've been sent a bunch of fire pits. This one's the one I always come back to. So trash, pick up your trash, people. We picked up trash. A couple of these are not ours. But unfortunately, I didn't close the trash bag up enough, so just kind of scattered all around here. So here's firewood. It's always funny. So Jason brought some firewood. People will bring firewood, and then sometimes we'll meet at my house. And then depending on the season and how much firewood I've processed lately, they come and they're like, why did we even bring firewood? But I never care because I use this to heat my house. So yeah, your kind of standard size firewood will fit in there. Trusty front runner chair I always bring. Camping bin, which probably I should do an update on this. I have a video on this. It's like 2 or 3 years old, what I have in there. Just search like LLOD camping bin and you'll see that, but I've changed a bunch of it out, so I should probably do an update on that. And then we didn't end up shooting. I forget if I talked about it, if I filmed about it yet. We brought some guns and we're planning on doing some shooting. Unfortunately, we were camping in a Christmas tree cutting zone, and during Christmas tree cutting season, which is like 2 weeks or something, you cannot target shoot or recreational shoot in Christmas tree cutting areas. So we didn't know that before we headed out. So we didn't shoot because we are law-abiding citizens. And so it was a bummer because Talon brought his Q minifix out, this short collapsible bolt action 300 blackout from Q that I've wanted forever. I saw Shooting Surplus just got them in stock, so I hit them up and they're gonna send one out for me to test out. So future thanks to Shooting Surplus, but you'll see a Q Minifix review video on my gun channel coming up soon, but I was looking forward to trying Talons out, just wasn't able to because the law. The other thing I've been absolutely loving is this cargo slide. Just makes accessing all your gear super easy, obviously. And then we use the rig table ultra swing going on there. So I didn't actually bring a fridge with me, so I just threw a few drinks and snacks into the center console, the CCFT, because it was gonna be super cold, and that was all I needed. So I tossed some stuff in there. Only Philip and I are hams, so I just brought this little handheld so I could communicate with Philip. And then back here's some stuff. So I'm a mixture, I'm like an eclectic mix of high-end and low-end gear. So this is a super big, heavy, chunky Coleman sleeping bag that I camp in a lot. I actually really like that. But I also have this super high-end, basically it's a down quilt or throw from Aeronaut. So this is really nice, and this is like really cheap. So I had both of those things, both work really, really well. Brandon over at Aeronaut is a really cool dude, but if you want just like the best like kind of camping quilt you can get, you're gonna pay for it, but that's the one. And then back here I showed it, but this is the Indiflate. So this is basically allows you to hook up 2 tires at once and inflate or deflate them and keep them completely even. It equalizes both tires that are connected to this system. So that's cool. I did have my range bag. This is just my little Vertex range bag that has all my range stuff, even though I didn't end up using it, unfortunately. And this jacket, as well as the jacket I'm wearing right here, both Beyond jackets, love them. I'll link to all this stuff down below. So here's the other thing that we did. So this is these are Smittybilt portable compressors. Shout out to Smittybilt that sent these along, sent 2 of them to air up these big juicy tires of mine. So it's just a portable system that hooks up to your battery, has a long hose. So I use this in conjunction with the Indiflate to kind of air multiples up at once. But this is, a lot of people, they're kind of, if you don't want to spend the money or the trouble of mounting like an onboard, an ARB or a Viair or whatever, this is a nice little compact thing. The nice thing is you can swap it between vehicles. So if you have a couple vehicles or whatever, it's a nice system. So again, just had 2 of those. And then I'm gonna end up giving this truck away with the raffle that's opening January, what is it, 2nd or 3rd, without ever actually using this road shower on a camping trip. Because let me know in the comments down below, if you have one of these or equivalent, what do you guys do in the freezing temperatures? I've never had one of these. This is my first one, and it'll freeze. It'll just freeze up, so you can't really use it in the cold. So I don't know if anyone's like hacked something to use that in sub-freezing temps. I'm guessing not, but if you do, let me know down below. And then I just got the Vertex Contingency Duffel. This was actually another thing I wanted to do some shooting on. This is my final prototype of the Glock 43X or 48 with the TLR7 sub. So happy with that now. I own and operate a holster manufacturing company if you're curious. So this is LLOD.US/holsters, accepting orders. They may still be in pre-order phase for this setup. So a lot of people have been looking for this setup. I have it now. So anyway, this duffel just kind of keeps my gear, my hygiene stuff, and whatever. I've been trying out some of these headlamps that have like these light bars on them. I'll talk more about them later, but really liking those kind of headlamps. This is my little kind of small memory foam pillow. Memory foam does get really hard when it's cold, but I still like the contour style pillows. These are, these shoes get made fun of as much, maybe more than my Crocs, but these are from Lacrosse actually. And these are basically clogs, but I basically use them like Crocs in the winter. A little warmer, keep the snow out a little better. So that's that. And then I actually have I have another Vertex duffel. But in this duffel, I have iCamper's new cooking system, which we didn't actually use because Jason brought an oven. But this, I think this was like a prototype one, so I don't have the full carrying case for it. Maybe they'll send me one, but this is basically a cooking system that's super cool. I'll talk more on it later. And I think that's it, man. I love taking this truck out when I air the tires down. So I aired down to not super low, like 18 to 20, but on a big heavy truck like this, that's actually pretty low. And it just floats. It's just so smooth over the washboards and the rocks and the bumps. And granted, this trail was not like a hard trail at all. Super, it's just dirt road basically. But airing down just smooths it out so much. Don't forget, freedomtremor.com. Giving this truck away very soon. All the money going towards fighting human trafficking with A21. So yeah, so that's it, guys. A lot to talk about, obviously. And I'll leave you with a couple things if you're watching this right away. Hopefully I upload this video before then. Saturday, December 11th or 12th, whatever the Saturday is that's coming up, there's a toy drive at True Automotive in Denver. I will be there. I forget all of the details. Ask them down below. Check it out on Instagram, whatever. But True, T-R-U, Automotive, toy drive on Saturday. I will be there. I have a lot of stuff going on that day, but I'll be there for at least a good chunk of that event. And then the next day, Sunday, which I think is December 12th, at Runnin' for Tacos, also in Denver, just north of Denver. They're doing a big raffle charity event for I don't know too much about the organization, but dogs, if you like dogs. So I'll be at that one as well. So this Saturday and Sunday, 2 events if you're in the Denver area and want to come hang out with a bunch of like Overland type dudes. Check it out. All right, sorry, I'm out of breath holding this camera, and then when I talk a lot, like a lot, I forget to breathe, and I'm like, just need to learn how to talk or something. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. As always, leave some comments down below letting me know what you liked, what you hated, what you'd like to see more of, and I'll do it. Also, all the projects I talked about, the LX, the 80, the vans, the truck, whatever. If you want more info, if you want me to cover it in a video, let me know, and I will. Sweet. All right, guys, until next time, take care.